Oprah Winfrey. She gets to that little perfect size, and all of a sudden she finds that she's craving things and she's cut out too many things. So I think the key is not just a diet, but is a lifestyle. It's changing a lifestyle. So what propelled you to change your lifestyle?
A warning from the doctor. When your doctor tells you that you're a walking heart attack, it's time to change things. I was 430 pounds.
Wow. And now, were you a big kid always, or like did you just gain weight in your teenagehood? How did that happen?
I was little until about 10, and then I hit my growth spurt and I started. Oh.
Okay.
Hello?
There we go. Better?
The off switch and it's on. All right.
Okay.
I was confused.
Kind of like Australia, so you're kind of spinning different.
There, it's on the on now. Check, 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 check.
No, it's not in. It's not even. It's not disconnected. It's not there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
There. I bet you'll hear me now.
Is that
Better?
Yeah, you'll hear me now. Yes. Hello. Hey there. Nope.
No. Okay. Get it.
Okay, well, they're doing technical difficulties. I'm going to do a little bitch blast.
Now. Now. Okay. Now it's good.
Pat, there's so many ways that people market food. And they market it like it's supposed to be really healthy. And I'm going to give you a few examples. And it's really deceiving to people. So they think that they're eating really healthy and they're not losing weight. And for instance, something like this, like multigrain Cheerios. Well, multigrain Cheerios, if anybody's ever eaten these, I gave these to my daughter when she was 2, and she had this look on her face like, what is that? So I tasted them, and I was so angry because it doesn't say anywhere on here that they're frosted flakes, basically, because they're just completely doused in sugar. In fact, one of the first ingredients in here is sugar and golden sugar. And there's all kinds of different colors, monoglycerides, caramels, wheat starch, golden syrup. It's
three types of sugar in a product. Over in the 600,000 plus products in the U.S. that are food products, over 80% of them have some form of sugar in it, whether it be sugar, fructose, glucose, corn syrup, everything. There's so much of it out there. I just watched Fed Up, the documentary, this week.
I know, I want to watch that too.
And it absolutely blows my mind what it does. Sugar is the first drug that anybody's addicted to be quite honest with you.
Oh, the first drug?
Yes.
Well, you know why? Look at that. Don't they market it to little babies? And this is supposed to be, Enfamil is supposed to be one of the top leading formulas. So you're feeding your baby formula. And what's in this is palm oil, which we're not supposed to be even really eating. It's not great for you. And I understand that babies have to have a high fat content, but do you need all this color and different ingredients? And corn syrup? Corn syrup is one of the ingredients on here.
Corn syrup is cheaper than sugar, and that's why it's out there, and that's why it's in it. Our baby, we have a 10-month-old. I have 4 children, but our 10-month-old is breastfed and has eaten whole foods the entire time. We've ground it up for her, and now she's 10 months old with 7 teeth, and she chews on toast, and she chews on meat, and she eats vegetables, and she eats everything, and we feed her the good stuff.
It's true. Well, this is like A+. It makes it sound so great. So the ingredients, just to reiterate this, the very first ingredient, milk ingredients, and the second is corn syrup. So we all know if it's a second ingredient, that means that there's tons of corn syrup, which means that you're getting your baby addicted to sugar. And there's solids, and then there's also all these oils.
And a whole bunch of big words.
Soy oil, which is not supposed to be great for us either, they say. Oh my God, there's just too many chemicals in here to even.
There's too many things on it. That's the problem with most things nowadays. Mm-hmm. You do have packaged foods. Yes, I have packaged stuff in front of me that we use. A lot of it is more natural, and it's different breakdowns of vegetables and fruits and proteins in there to be a complete meal. But the problem with food is that it's all based on money. You
Mm-hmm.
can't make a lot of money from vegetables. You can make more money from pre-packaging stuff, putting it into a box, filling it with really, really cheap ingredients that aren't even food, and then marketing it to kids.
And then we
It's
know
horrible.
that the more sugar that you eat, the more you want to eat, right?
It's 100% addictive. I stay away from sugar. Halloween was just a couple weeks ago. I still have that sweet tooth, or that sugar craving, or that jonesing
Because it
for a
stays
drug.
with you, it
Yeah,
does.
definitely.
And that's why people who are on diets, and that's the key word, is a diet, it's not a lifestyle change, is they're trying to cut out sugars, but they give themselves a treat at the end of the week, and they kind of lie to themselves probably. They have a few more bites of chocolate, and then that stays with them for the whole week, and then they start dreaming of sugar.
We've learned to cook healthy, a lot healthier. I'm the cook at home, and my wife and I, when we cook, I've learned to make desserts. She makes great protein bars, and I've learned to make many different desserts. Low sugar, no sugar added. Our applesauce is apples and cinnamon.
Like,
We
why do
make
you need
our own
everything else?
applesauce
Because
all the time.
apples, as we know, already has a high sugar content, right? Naturally. And another thing, I know I'm going to pick on Kellogg's again, is these Nutri-Grain bars that we send our kids to school with. They think they're so healthy. We even feed babies
13
these.
grams of sugar in each, I think. Something like
There
that.
is actually, there's 13 grams of sugar, but one of the best ingredients, I'm so excited to tell everybody about this, is alginate. Do you know what alginate is, Pat?
Never heard of it, never looked.
Well, if you've ever been to a dentist and you've had a crown, a bridge, an implant, or braces, and they take an impression of your teeth, and it's almost kind of like, it's really gooey, and then it dries. So I guess that
Yummy.
coagulates this fake fruit. And so that must be really, my thing is, that must be really hard for your tummy to break down.
Binding and keep it in there so you can't pass it out and do what you're supposed to do when you eat food. Yeah, and that's where people gain weight. A lot of times people gain weight when they go away on a vacation, and they went on an all-inclusive vacation, and they ate and they drank and they gained 10 pounds. You didn't gain 10 pounds in 7 days. It's sitting inside of you, and it needs to come out. But what happens is the sugar, when the sugars are in there, depending on the sugar hits your bloodstream, insulin hits the sugar, that's what creates fat. But when you're sitting there and you gain 10 pounds from drinking and overeating of an excessive, amazingly fun time, which everybody should do in their life. Enjoy your life, but live in moderation the rest of it. We're coming up to Christmas season, and one of the things I learned during my lifestyle change and learning to lose weight was, don't worry about what you eat from Christmas to New Year's. Worry about what you eat from New Year's to Christmas. You have that 1 week, you're with family, you're with friends, people are baking, it's that time to celebrate in the holidays. Enjoy. And if you worry about it the rest of the year, your mindset will stop you from binging and doing the things you normally would. I love the dessert table still. I love sugar. Everybody loves sugar because it affects your brain the same way in Fed Up they had a visual of the brain with cocaine and the brain with sugar, and the brain waves were almost identical. So when we feed this to our kids, when our kids are, they get hurt, and you give them a
that's
sucker.
right.
Have a sucker,
That's
Johnny,
right.
you got hurt. Or here, you have to eat this, you have to eat this. When people come to work, you have to try this cake. You have to.
That's right, because whenever
Change the
anybody
words.
it's
Change the
actually a good
words.
thing.
Change the words. Somebody's pushing sugar on you. Change the word sugar to cocaine. And is that conversation good anymore? If somebody walked in your work with a bag of cocaine and said, you got to try this, 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 that's horrible. But if they bring in donuts and they say, here, you got to try this, well, that's socially acceptable. And that's where we need to change and we need to learn. That's what I've learned. It's been 3 years for me, and I still will have a donut occasionally. I still
everything
have
in moderation, that's the
exactly.
whole
I still
thing.
have a piece of pizza, but I can even feel now to this day that I have to fight it. That I have to fight that food addiction. It's the fat and the sugar and the salt, the combination of, but you become addicted to it. It is absolutely horrible. And sure, it tastes good, but it tastes good to get you addicted to it. They want that. I can cook healthy now and make it taste really, really delicious.
And do
It
stuff
took a
with
long
herbs
time.
as opposed to getting so much salt. Well, even things like, because we all want to eat yogurt and we give our kids yogurt, but you know what? A lot of women don't want all that fat content, supposedly that's in yogurt, so they get this 0%, it's only 35 calories. But with this 35 calories, you're not really getting a lot of yogurt, you're getting fillers, right?
The problem with the fat
And
thing,
sugar.
though, the sugar, the problem with the fat thing and the low fat is people have to understand that fat is good. Good fat is good. Bad fat is not good.
You just don't want to be having gelatin. What's the
No, exactly. Good fats like avocados, olive oil, fats that come from almonds and stuff like that. Any of the nut butters that you can have. Maybe not peanut butter as much. Natural peanut butter, yes, not processed peanut butter. But nut butters, those are the oils that you want. Omega 3s, salmon, any other fatty fish. You want that fat. You need that fat and you need that protein. The problem is the carbohydrates, the bad carbohydrates, the processed
that
white
go right
ones
to your blood sugar.
that convert into, they convert into sugar, insulin. I don't know the whole scientific
So it
breakdown.
gives you a big
but-
high, and then you drop, and then all of a sudden you're starving again. So it doesn't retain into your tummy.
So when you brought up the soy a little earlier, I'll bring that up a little bit
Okay.
because where I've lost my weight are the products in front of me with Body by Vi and the Project 10 Challenge, losing 150 pounds, building 20 pounds of muscle, becoming a Body by Vi champion, helping change lives all over the world. That shake is what saved me. And in that shake, there's whey protein and soy protein. And I hear it every day that soy is not good, but I've done my research probably more than most doctors. Soy is good. It's a slow-acting protein. There's no isoflavones in that, which are the chemical compound that supposedly produces estrogen.
Yes.
That's one of the myths about soy.
Well, that's what I thought as well.
But soy being a slow-acting protein, soy stays in your system longer and regulates your blood sugar. So this product, when you drink it, the whey hits your body fast, gets you the protein you need, and the soy lasts longer and regulates your blood sugar. When you regulate your blood sugar, the chance of type 2 diabetes starts to come down because diabetes is sugar spikes.
Absolutely.
So when you get rid of, I know thousands of people that have gotten rid of diabetes because they changed their lifestyle. Type 2 diabetes didn't exist in the 80s is when it started. It used to be called adult onset diabetes. And then kids started getting it. And when kids started getting it, they changed it to type 2 diabetes. There were 0 incidents of type 2 diabetes before, I think, 1980 in children.
Well, we send our kids to school with high sugar cereals, and then we give them snacks
Our
that are
school
sugary.
has pizza and chocolate milk that they want our kids to buy every day. I don't let my son partake in that. I don't want to give him a cup of chocolate milk with 28 grams of sugar in it.
And you know what? If you eat a healthy you eat healthy and have a healthy lifestyle, and your children are used to that, then they don't know any difference. Actually, my daughter is a great big advocate for very healthy foods, and she doesn't like a lot of sweets. In fact, if she goes to someone's house and they're eating junk, she just doesn't want to eat it. And sometimes the people get upset with her, thinking like, "Oh, you're so picky."
I used to drink Coca-Cola all the time, and I had one a couple of weeks ago. I said, I was in an emotional eating state, so I had a Coca-Cola. The way my mouth felt on the inside, my teeth, my gums from the acid, from the sugar, I will never do it again. I did it emotionally, and emotional eating is one of the big problems. And when everything is readily available like that, and even people think
And you just take
it's
it out
healthy,
of the package, and it gives you that great big buzz really
but you
fast.
think it's healthy. It's Nutri-Grain bar. It's good. It's multi-grain Cheerios. Well, they're healthy for you. It's the great big lie in the food industry, and it's really, really sad. Whole Foods is where it's at. With what we've done with Project 10 is we've helped people transition.
What's Project 10? Sorry.
Well, Project 10 is where when people lose 10 pounds with the Body by Vi challenge, they get 10 chances to win $1,000. They get a cool I Lost It t-shirt, so you get to wear
Very
one.
cool.
And a local child in need gets fed 30 shake meals. We help children struggling with obesity or needing the nutrition. So in town we have Sandwich Teen Action Group as our charity partner. We have charity partners all across North America. So when anyone in the Windsor area loses their 10 pounds, 30 shake meals get donated to help the kids there. But what we found...
So these shakes are okay for children? There's
from
nothing in it for...
From 4 to 14, they use it half strength. From under 4, you're not supposed to use any sort of protein shake for a kid because their kidneys have to process it.
Oh, and
but our
another thing too
4-year-old
is supposedly in this too, there's casein, right?
Well, yeah, that's the cheapest of the proteins. It's not as bad, again, as I've been doing a lot of research because I have to answer questions like I'm a scientist and a doctor doing this, but I'm not. I didn't go to school for it, but I guarantee you I have more nutrition training than most doctors. Doctors take 3 hours of nutrition training in school. So when you go to your doctor for nutrition advice, it's probably not the best place to go. Go to a nutritionist, go to a naturopath. The typical doctor doesn't know and is going to give you really, really bad advice.
Or something to lower your cholesterol.
Doctors are sick care, not health care.
Yeah.
Health care is food. Health care is this. But what we do with our system is we teach people. We teach them. We have a humongous support group, 50,000 plus online. We're all friends, and we get to help each other through their journey. We have a group of 100-pound club winners. We have over 200, 100-pound people have lost 100 pounds or more with what we do, and we have more coming on. So we have a group called Motivation to 100 Pounds. So we, as people that have done it already, work with those and help them through it. We answer questions, we help people through it. We support each other because it's not just about products. The products are great, they taste good, there's lots of stuff there I could go into talk about, but I'm not here to talk about that. It's a lifestyle change. You have to learn to eat. One of those misconceptions is, I'm not going to eat and I'll lose weight. No, you need to fuel the engine. If you don't fuel the engine properly with enough snacks and enough good snacks and enough food, your body's going to store what it eats as fat. That's what your metabolism does. So most people cut to a really extreme low calorie diet and they keep gaining weight and they don't understand why, but that's their body storing it. You need to feed your body. Most people, when you tell them how many calories a day they should eat, they're scared because they're eating 1,000 where they should be eating 1,800. And then they'll actually lose weight. And it doesn't make sense in people's brains until you experience it, until you see it over and over and over again.
Well, it's the same thing as being on a weight scale. Just because if you're working out, if you've gained 5 pounds, that might be in muscle because muscle weighs a lot more than fat.
Muscle and fat weigh the same, but spatially they take up difference. The size of a pound of muscle is about the size of a hard ball, and a pound of fat is the size of a grapefruit. So if you lose 5 pounds of fat, you lose inches, well, you don't lose as much weight. So we have a lot of people that lose tons and tons of inches, and they're like, why is my weight not going down? Well, it's because you're losing the fat. It takes up more room. I lost 20 inches in my waist.
Wow.
I lost 12 inches in each thigh. I've lost over 60 inches in my body. I'm a shell of my former self, yet I'm still a 300-pound man.
And so now you have so much more energy, and you have a son, so you can spend more time with him. And when you're 430 pounds, it's pretty hard to go and chase a little guy around.
Yeah, I had my teenagers, and they were okay. I have a 15 and a 17-year-old, and then I have a 4-year-old. But when I started, he was a year old, and I couldn't chase him around. I had to keep him, he was just learning to walk, and I had to keep him locked in the backyard, fenced in, because I couldn't run around to try to catch him. And then we have a baby now, who's 10 months old. And in that process of it, I was just rediscovering how to live life, and I'm glad I did it so I can teach my children properly. We go to the gym with them all the time. My 4-year-old wants to go to the gym. He's going to play with his friends, but he's in the habit of going to the gym. He's in the habit of drinking a protein shake. We give him a little bit of shake and mostly milk, or almond milk. We use mostly unsweetened almond milk in our house now. And he loves it. He knows what to eat. He eats his green vegetables. He eats properly. Does he have snacks occasionally that aren't the greatest? I really try not to. I really try not to have it in my house because just giving a little bit at a time is introducing it to them, and you don't want to do that. We just had Halloween. That's the hardest part of it. So he's had some fun for Halloween.
Oh, absolutely.
I think I probably ate more of his Halloween candy than he did, though. So it happens.
So these are the shakes?
No, these are the Vi-Bites. Those are our new
Okay.
snacks. We started out with the shakes. We have a cereal, super transformational protein cereal, Vi-Crunch.
Okay.
So for people if they don't want to drink a shake, you can have a bowl of cereal. And these are the snack line that came out a couple of months ago. Because the problem we find when you're losing weight is you may have a shake for breakfast and a shake for lunch, and you may have your sensible dinner. You get it all right. But what do you do in between?
Because that's right, and you want to keep your blood sugar at a steady level.
You have to keep your
right?
blood sugar at a steady level, and people snacking, the problem is snacks are usually 400 to 500 calories. They're not good things. People grab the wrong things. So Visalis came out with the Vi-Bites, the Fruit Frenzy, there's Fiesta Nut, Chocolate Monkey, and there's the Glorious Greens. The fruit and the greens are flash dried, so they're just like eating dried fruit. The other ones are protein. Those are for the losing weight ones, and these are the building ones. Chocolate Monkey has got dried banana chips in it. It's got cacao nibs. I can't even pronounce it right. So not sugar chocolate ones. And it's got pumpkin seeds, and the Fiesta Nut's like a savory nut mixture. It's delicious. 10 grams of protein in them. So in between my shake or in between my breakfast and lunch, I do things differently now that I'm in a muscle building phase. But you have these. It's a couple 100-calorie snack. Those are only about 100 calories for the fruit. Those are like 200. They're portioned properly. They're made to supplement and complement a proper lifestyle change. And it's there to help. Once you get going, you learn to snack on celery. You learn to snack on salads. You learn to have healthy proteins and good carbs and good fats. You learn, but you don't learn it overnight. if you all of a sudden say, I'm going to lose weight, weight loss season is coming in January.
Yes.
And it's time
more
to...
for Christmas as well, because people want to wear those skinny little dresses.
Well, you got to get into the little black dress for Christmas and for New Year's, but January is going to come and weight loss season is here. That's weight loss season. Everybody's ready to do
I'm going to change my lifestyle.
And I'm going to make a New Year's resolution to give up everything. Well, I guarantee you're going to fail.
And you know what? If you're a parent that's always sitting at home in front of the TV eating snacks, your children are going to be doing the same thing because you get lazy. And then you know what? You don't want to go out and do stuff.
Childhood obesity is on the rise at an alarming rate. And I bite my tongue sometimes because I have some very strong views on it. Kids aren't obese because they made food choices.
It's true.
Until they're old enough to buy their own food, parents buy the food in the house or in the restaurants they go to. If your child is obese, it's your fault.
And they wouldn't be liking those foods if they've never had them.
No, and parents, and you know what? I'm not blaming blaming parents because our parents taught us, but do you want to keep it going or do you want to change it? Obesity rates are alarming in adults and kids. It's the biggest epidemic in the world right now is the obesity rate. 75% of all death are obesity related. The diseases that are happening now because of sugar, because of what has happened in the last, since the low-fat craze. Huge portions. We go to restaurants, we split a dinner.
Like McDonald's?
Yeah,
Didn't you tell me there are 17 ingredients
their French
in their
fries have 17 ingredients. It should be potatoes, salt, and oil if you're going to eat them. And some of those restaurants are starting to backpedal and they're starting to try to put out healthy alternatives and stuff. They have to, but they caused it. When Coca-Cola sponsors schools and the doctors, it was the American Doctors Association I was watching and Fed Up. Coca-Cola was a sponsor of them and 20 of the doctors quit, right, at the huge press conference and quit because how the hell can Coca-Cola sponsor the Doctors Foundation? They're pushing sugar, they're pushing all this stuff. Ronald McDonald House is an amazing thing, and I'm glad McDonald's put some of the money that they're destroying the world with into helping kids. But
you got to have a happy medium.
You have to show the good instead of the bad also. So, but I mean, I've been doing this for so long now. That's what I used to look like. It's Bret Michaels when he was in town filming a commercial and playing at the casino. I got to be his bodyguard, but I was a big man. I still had a smile on my face. I did what I did because I've always been an entertainer. I've been in the public eye, but I hated my life. That picture will never happen in my life again. I was clinically obese, morbidly obese. When your doctor tells you you're a walking heart attack, you need to have gastric bypass or do something. I'd already found out about this and the challenge and stuff for 9 months, but I didn't act on it because I didn't want to drink a shake.
You can have the challenge, but unless you do it, it's not going to do anything for you, right?
To me, it was a bunch of hooey. How can you lose weight drinking a shake and eating this cereal? And I thought it was a big giant scam, like everybody does. I'm one of the biggest skeptics in the world. I really am. It took me 9 months and 100 pounds before I believed in it. I would look on Google every day going, is this stuff going to kill me? Is soy going to cause cancer? What's going to happen to me if I do this? Well, 39 months later, I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm an actor in Toronto. I get in the ring for Border City Wrestling. I lift, the only thing I don't lift more now in a gym than when I played college football are my legs because I've had 3 knee surgeries. I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I'm faster, I'm smarter. Everything about me is better because my nutrition is better. This runs on food. If you eat crap, your brain's going to function that way. If you eat whole food, vegetables, good proteins, right carbs. You use this as well, the products that are good for you, all natural. Not everything's all natural, don't get all crazy on me, but it's what it is to help people. We became the gateway to a healthy consciousness with the challenge. It helps people go from fast food addict and extremely overweight to almost dying to wherever you want to take it. Not everybody needs to take it as extreme as I am. I just hit 3,000 kilometers on my bike this year last week in the warm weather.
Wow, oh my
gosh.
gosh.
At 300 pounds, that's still a lot. This is through the journey. I was about 350 pounds at the time, starting to feel right, getting ready to get back into wrestling. And you can see the look on my face change.
When people start saying, wow, you look great. But sometimes when do you know when to stop?
Yeah, well, you know what? It's exactly, and I'm at that point right now because I'm on my challenge number 10, and I lift some crazy heavy weight when I go to the gym, and I'm like, I'm almost 43 years old. Why am I benching 400 pounds. What do I need that for? So there's part in me that needs to slow down a little bit and just maintain. And that's why when I get to help others, it's the best part of it. And I know that eventually, I know in a little bit, we're going to have a guest on, hopefully, through Skype. Kelvin Santana is his name. He's a Body by Vi champion as well. My story is one of the ones that helped him through it. We've become amazing friends. His story is absolutely incredible. He's lost well over 100 pounds himself. When we get him on, I'll let him tell his story. But it's this community that we've built of people. I see him every 6 months. And we talk all the time online, but they're my family.
And that's what you need is support when you're losing weight.
You need a
right?
huge support system. If you're going to lose weight, do it with other people. Don't do it on your own. You may be able to do it, and you may be able to do it without Body by Vi, without Weight Watchers, without Jenny Craig, and you may be, but the chances are you're going to fail. And why fail? Because every time that you fail at that, your mindset changes. I know I tried many, many diets, all of the fad ones, a lot of different products. The last time I'd lost over 100 pounds, I was 30 years old. I did it with hydroxycut in the States, which was full of ephedrine, and I almost had a heart attack.
Oh my gosh.
I did things incorrectly. I never changed my lifestyle. I just changed that, and I added that to my system.
People want a pill and a fast fix.
I gained it all back. Everybody wants a fast fix. If you're 50 pounds overweight, you have to look in the mirror and you have to ask yourself, how long did it take you to gain that 50 pounds?
It doesn't happen overnight.
So if it took you 2 years to gain it, it may take you 2 years to lose it. But every little bit lost and every step towards a healthier lifestyle is a better step. So you might as well do it. Yeah, that was
Great
after
legs. Look at the tone.
riding a bike. After losing all the weight, I decided to try to enter to become a Body by Vi champion. This was part of the photo shoot I did.
You keep saying Body by Vi champion.
Yes.
What is a Body by Vi champion?
Well, we have 3 different championships.
Okay.
We have a weight loss championship, we have an active fitness division, and we have a Vi model division. The models are on the cover of the magazine.
Okay.
And they look like that. The weight loss division is what I first got into. I became
And that's a magazine
This is a magazine.
okay.
You can get Indigo and Chapter in the States. Oh, there we go. Hey, that camera. Indigo and Chapter here in Canada, and Chapters here in Canada. You can get it at Barnes & Noble in the States, all across. This is actually an international magazine now. We're in 10 countries. So you can be a Vi model to make the cover of the magazine, or you can become a challenge champion in the active fitness division. I lifted 2.21 million pounds in 90 days. Wow. And I biked 500 kilometers. That was my active championship to become. But right there? Harvey, awesome. That's my what I want to look like now. Harvey's a friend of mine, the guy on the cover of the magazine. Used to play in the CFL. This is in early 40s as well. He's on the cover of romance novels the way he looks now. That's my idol. That's who I want to look like. And we train really hard. We talk together. He lives out in BC. But people can aspire to become a model. But if you don't want to be a model and you just want to lose weight, we have a weight loss division. And the weight loss division is perfect there's my 58-inch pants down to a 38-inch waist. Yeah, those I can fit in one leg of those. They're ridiculous. I was going to bring them today. I forgot, but the picture's just bad enough. So the weight loss division, people can win the weight loss. Active fitness is what I did in the Vi model. They get a chance to win $5,000 cash. They get a photo shoot. Some of my photo shoots, this was paid for being a champion. And then I got to be in the magazine myself. I'll be in the new magazine in 2015. I'm seen in 10 countries in this magazine. I got back into pro wrestling a couple of years ago. That was part of my challenge. Hulk Hogan shared my photo on Facebook, and I've been in the ring for Border City Wrestling for the last 3 years now, and I'm an actor again.
And you're surrounding yourself with like people, and right, and that's the same thing too when you're dieting. If everybody else is on a downhill way of eating junk and garbage, and nobody wants to work out with you,
whatever your life is,
exactly.
You're the product of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you spend your time with unmotivated people who just play video games and eat garbage, that's what you might do. If you hang out with people that are athletic and getting in shape, that's what could happen. If you hang out with millionaires, you can make a lot of money. I get to hang out with people that are in shape and are millionaires in our company, and I'm on my way to, I'm in shape, so I'm on my way to the next one now. So we're going to try to get the Skype set up here. This is pretty awesome. I've never done this before. I'm not a Skyper at all. I'm going to send Calvin a message as we're getting here. So he has like 5 minutes left. You know what? He is out of time himself, actually. So we ran too long. That's okay. I can still talk.
Okay, so tell me about him.
Well, Kelvin is from Miami. He's in the Florida area. I'm not sure if he's from Miami. I'll just leave him right there. And he was a young father, married. His story was he dropped his daughter one day.
Ooh.
When he fell asleep on the couch, and he dropped her, and he could not get to her. He couldn't move his body fast enough to pick her up and save her. His wife came out to do it, and that was the day that he decided to change things. Calvin's lost well over 100 pounds, and he's one of the leaders in our Latino community in Visalis. We have a huge Latino following. We're in Canada, the US, Puerto Rico. We're in Germany, Wales, England, Ireland, Finland, Sweden. We just opened up Spain today, and more to come, and I think I may have missed a couple. We're all over the world. We have Latino people in it, and Calvin has become one of the spokespeople for the Latino community. Latino community is one of the worst hit for health. I was watching in Fed Up, and I didn't know this, but watching through Fed Up, it's sad, the state of Canada and the US. We are the richest nation. We are the most overfed and undernourished nation in the world. We have everything at our fingertips that is called food, but it's really not food. And I see it only getting worse. I took this on as my mission. When I used to play college football, and I was a wrestler when I was 20 years old, and I always knew that I would do something. I would be something, and then life took over. I got out of shape. I depressed, drug addictions, alcohol, you name it, I've done it. And
It's not that hard to.
no, it's not that hard to, and I've been through it, yeah. And when this happened for me, when it finally, my head and my heart connected, and I realized that I have a way to help people with my story, the tears, sorry. It became a mission of mine. It's my life. It's what I do. Every time I get a message from somebody that either needs help or I've given them help and they said, thank you for changing my life. Thank you for saving my life. Calvin's one of them. My story helped motivate him along. So my story helped him to get to his results, who's now motivating the Latino community. It's an overwhelming feeling, as you can see, as the tears stream start to come down my face.
And your wife is actually.
I was trying to get her to come here today, but we have 2 sick little ones at home. Yeah. She's lost 76 pounds of fat. She's built 7 pounds of muscle. She only gained 13 pounds during her pregnancy. She's in the best shape of her life at 37 years old. She's never been in shape. She's always been the heavy girl. And
so now when she wears her clothes, everything's wonderful. Okay.
She's starting to get everything to fit tighter, and she's still working on the mindset. We're working through it right now, but our change has been incredible, and what we can do for others, how we've been able to reach others and help them. She deals with a lot of mothers. She deals with the females more than I do. I deal with the people that need to lose 100 pounds and more. I deal with the big macho guys that used to be the athletes. And then I can also deal with the skinny people that need to gain weight and build muscle too. We do it all.
That's right. It's just basically a healthy lifestyle. It's not just about weight loss.
Oh, God, no.
I know we're almost out of time.
Oh, that's okay.
But if you want to get in touch with Pat Ryan, you can like him on Facebook. He'll give you more information. So if you want to take the challenge, and if you're up to it, you have everything about Body by Vi on your Facebook, right?
Yeah, I have everything there. You just got to get a hold of me. You can like me. You can email me at bigpatryan@hotmail.com. My phone number.
But you're no longer Big Pat Ryan.
That's right. Well, I'm still 6'6" and 300 pounds. That's still pretty big for the average person. My phone number's on Facebook. Call me, 519-982-0054. I don't mind giving it out. I'm here to help with a 90-day money-back results guarantee. It's what I do. You just come. Just try it. I'll help you. I've helped hundreds locally, thousands around the world, and it's what I do because we have to change it. I'm only one person, and I need lots of people to help and to help me help others, because the only way we're going to
Okay.
The only way we're going to beat obesity is by all doing it together. So.
Okay. Thanks so much for watching Betty on the Go. I'm Betty Gudel, and our guest was Big Pat Ryan. Like him on Facebook, and contact him. Don't forget to join us at the Windsor Express games at 7:30. And we're going to be live streaming there as well. Watch our other shows, The Convergence Report with Mike Thomas, Beyond Incredible with Ashley Nicole, and Jock Talk with Brett Hedges. And see you next week. And don't forget to like us on Facebook ourselves, NordstromDigitalMedia.com. And if you want to advertise with us, you can go on to knoxroom.com, and you can look at our website, and we have all the information there. So have a great weekend.
Betty's on the go.